Okay, folks, away we go. This is episode 921. This is Blind Magic in Alice Springs, and I am your host and presenter, Murray Stewart. Recently, I received a message from a friend of mine, and that friend told me of an horrific accident that he recently had. Yeah, he's based in Melbourne. He was actually the person is the person I stay with when I do visit Melbourne. And he was telling me that he recently fell from a ladder. That's right, fell from a ladder, and as a result of that, he suffered a brain bleed. It could have ended very, very tragically. As it happens, he also suffered rib damage. Yes, a number of fractured ribs. And whoa, fractured ribs really, really hurt. Yes, they do. They're very uncomfortable. In the rehab process, up to 6 weeks of sheer hell. So it got me thinking about accidents and incidents that require emergency care. And as it happens, when it comes to admissions to emergency clinics, accident and emergency centres throughout Australia in hospitals, one of the most prevalent accidents that end up causing someone to visit these centres is indeed people falling from ladders. Yeah, that's right, people falling from ladders. It often does not end well. Does not end well. If you remember Ian Molly Meldrum in Melbourne, a celebrity. He was the powerhouse of the Australian music industry in the 70s and the 80s. A wonderful character. St Kilda Football Club's #1 ticket holder. Yes, his accident, falling from a ladder, has caused him very, very significant brain injuries. He will never, ever be the person that he was, sadly, and he is still battling just to stay alive and to have some sort of quality of life. I'm told by experts, particularly experts in the construction industry, that when it comes to working from heights, 95% of the accidents happen from heights 1 metre or less. That's right, 1 metre or less. And one of the reasons put down for this is complacency. Yeah, that feeling of, it's only 1 metre, what the hell, I'll be okay. And it is that sort of mentality that can cause someone to have an accident or an incident that they absolutely did not count on. So here are some tips that might ensure that when you're next working from a ladder, that you can do it safely. And remembering that ladders can be indoor or outdoor ladders. So it might be either, putting in a light globe or changing a light globe indoors, or indeed maybe working, cleaning your drain outdoors. Either of those pursuits can end very, very badly if you don't take certain precautions. So I would suggest, first and foremost, your safety when using a ladder starts at the purchase point. That's right, when you purchase a ladder, making sure that within your budget, you buy the best possible ladder within your budget. And so what are you looking for? Of course, you're looking for the ladder's stability. And you're also looking for what are the loads that ladder is recommended to take. Yeah, and of course you would take into account, therefore, your own weight. And the other recommendation that I would give you is that if you have to stretch to the right or to the left when using a ladder, when you are actually up a ladder, then maybe it would be best if you steady yourself, climb back down to ground level and simply reposition the ladder to the point where you are actually aiming for to complete the task at hand. That's right, so rather than stretching to the left or to the right, just position the ladder closest to the point where your work needs to be done. Remembering, of course, as I said to you, that most accidents do happen in heights 1 metre or less. So don't be complacent. Do not be complacent. These measures that I'm mentioning today should apply even for, such circumstances. So if you're only doing a job which is only maybe 1 metre from the ground, apply these tips as if you were 100 metres from the ground. Another tip would be have a spotter. That's right, have a spotter. Someone who can either steady your body physically, so an active spotter, can steady your body physically simply by holding you, perhaps from behind, and making sure that is more safe for you. And you may even consider having a passive spotter only. And that would be someone who can be there for you if you do fall, in order that you can receive medical attention as quickly as possible. Remembering that it's vital in such circumstances that within the first 3 minutes you receive rapid responses to your circumstance. The first 3 minutes is absolutely crucial. So having a passive spotter means that you can get that help as fast as is humanly possible. Yeah, so there's some of the tips that I can offer you. An active or a passive spotter, making sure that you're repositioning the ladder rather than bending and twisting, rotating to the left or to the right. And at the purchase point, make sure that you're getting good bang for your buck. Make sure that the ladder that you are purchasing is in very good order, good quality, and making sure that the load that is recommended is applicable to your own weight. Yeah, they're the tips I can offer you. I'm not an expert, but I can assure you that as I have had a brain injury, I am so careful when it comes to ladders. Yeah, if someone was to fall in this house, it wouldn't end well because my floors are tiled all the way through. So we do practice. Here at my home, we absolutely practice great ladder etiquette. Yeah, I want to make sure that everyone here is wonderful and safe. And for me, these days, I think my ventures up ladders are over. Yeah, I don't think that I really should be doing it at all. And as I said, I've already had a major head occurrence. One more could be my last. So yes, when it comes to climbing up ladders, I think my days are over. All right, folks, that's it. This has been episode 921, a Blind Magic Communications production.